And the thought of you watching me gets me so wet.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Clocked Out Conversation, the podcast where we're going to dive into the weird, the creepy, and the downright disturbing. And obviously, we're definitely off the clock, couple beers deep, and we're just here to have a good time. We're here for a good time, not a long time.
We're always here for a good time. We're never here for a long time. That's right. Whether it's mysterious disappearances, murders, all that crazy kind of shit, or tales that just make you side-eye your neighbor. When you see him out there mowing the grass, you don't know if that motherfucker's mowing the grass or if he's got a body in his damn building. Type shit. But we're here to bring it to your ears. Put your headphones on. Put it on your radio if you're driving somewhere, if you're cruising somewhere. We're locked in with you right now to bring this to you. That's how I'm feeling, bud.
Hell yeah. And today's story, it's a Southern Gothic nightmare with a sweet tea chaser. A Bojangles sweet tea chaser, if you would.
That's a good ass sweet tea right there. That unsweetened
That's the best
shit.
damn sweet tea, son. Woo!
That unsweetened shit. Keep that shit in New York. We ain't drinking it.
You know what they say?
What do they
Flair
say?
Drip go, woo! On a bitch. Anyway, we're talking about Blanche Taylor Moore.
What a bitch.
Fucking cunt. C-U-N-T. Unless she lets us interview her. You're a beautiful lady. I love your pearls. Okay? A Southern belle with a Bible in one hand and arsenic in the other.
That's some crazy shit.
It's
Bible in one hand, poison in the other. She might pray or prey on you.
Bitches got to get a bag somehow.
She's got to get that cash, boy. This woman is literally on death row as we speak, as we're talking right now.
92 years old.
She's an old one, but she's been on there for a while.
An old one, but
she's actually the oldest woman awaiting execution in North Carolina. To be honest with you, she'll probably never actually be executed by the state. She'll probably die in prison.
She'll die of probably natural causes because we haven't executed nobody since 2006.
I feel like that's like a formality now.
Yeah,
like they just say
we're going to, but they're
and then they sit there forever and wither away and cost taxpayers money.
Pretty
shit
much,
like that.
Pretty much.
But anyway, once you hear this story, you will really be questioning everything you think about, the normal people that you see in your life. The people that we call normal in our society.
Oh, yeah.
Like people that go to church that...
This literally could have been my grandmother.
It could have been anybody's grandma.
Literally. I mean, when you think about it, it really could have been.
I mean, it's just wild to think about because I feel like people look at certain people and they think like they're these great people. But you never know what demons and shit people have deep inside.
Oh, yeah.
Like things they do.
Anyways, let's get into it, boys and girls.
Blanche was born in Concord, North Carolina, boy.
Give it up. Give it up.
That's where I'm from, boy. Shout out to Mr. C's. Let me go ahead and get a Super C slapped on that damn thing. She was born back in the great time of our Lord, 1933, February 17th.
We share a birthday. Not 1933, but we share a birthday.
Are y'all twin flames?
We are twin flames.
I think y'all might be. But even though she was born in Concord, she grew up in Alamance County. And she was a part of like a big Southern family, which down here a lot of people have big extended families. Like it's pretty common. Her dad was a mill worker and also a Baptist preacher. And back then, I mean, everybody has a grandma or grandpa or both that worked in the mill. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what
you mean. That's what you did. Like, if you didn't go to war or nothing like that, you worked in the mill. He was also an alcoholic, a gambler, and he also it's a rumor that he allegedly forced his daughter Blanche into prostitution to pay off his debts. That's a sick fucker right there.
I'm telling you, for a preacher, he was not a very good man. He wasn't a good father, not a good person. He could have done a lot of things different. You see that a lot in preachers and priests. I mean, they're good in church. You get to know them outside of church, and they're not really who they claim to be.
Which is sadly not common, but it's not far from common.
It's more common than you'd think, though. You know what I mean?
But her dad died back in 1966. Supposedly he died from a heart attack. But when you go back and look at everything that happens a little bit later on, you might want to second guess that. Put an asterisk beside that. Because there's a lot more to this story.
Now, Blanche, she just wasn't, some wallflower. Even as a teen, it said that she could be quoting scripture, John 3:16, John 4:18.
Shout out to Stone Cold.
Talking about getting fucked the next second. I'm talking same sentence, same breath, talking about getting her shit pussy pounded out. You never know.
That's some slutty shit, brother.
That is some slutty shit. That kind of, tells you something about what you need to know about this lady.
Yeah, she was very...
Two-sided.
Two-sided.
You know what I mean?
She was yin and yang.
Yin and yang, brother.
In 1952, she married a gentleman by the name of James Napoleon Taylor. Like the short gentleman.
Badass name. Sorry to cut you off. That is a badass name.
Fantastic name. Wish that was my name. He was a Korean War vet, a furniture restorer, and probably had no fucking idea that he was going to end up in our true crime podcast, a.k.a. Clocked Out Conversations. They had two daughters in 1953, Miss Cynthia Taylor Chatham, and in 1959, Vanessa Woods. Wowzers.
We could be related.
Wowzers. Might be a cousin, brother.
Might be.
And Blanche started working at a Kroger grocery store. If you're not familiar with Kroger, it's kind of like a Food Lion or a Piggly Wiggly or any of that shit we got down here. But though, I've not seen that many Krogers around this area.
I've never been in a Kroger in my whole life.
Me either.
But she climbed up to head cashier, which back then was a big deal for women.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually the highest position available for a female. But wasn't long before Blanche started mixing business and pleasure. She began a long-time affair with her fucking manager, Raymond Reed.
Is that Riley Reed's dad?
The store manager at Kroger is Riley Reed's dad. Confirmed here.
That is maybe the greatest thing I've heard in my life.
Honestly, yeah.
Her husband, James Taylor, not the singer, died in 1973. And his cause of death, guess what it was, brother? It was a heart attack. Don't that sound a little familiar?
You know what? That's kind of just a classic Blanche move. But after James died, she went public with the relationship with her store manager, Reed. But
Riley Reed's dad.
Riley Reed's dad. But guess what? Doesn't last.
So it didn't go too far.
Didn't get too far down. No.
By the 80s, that relationship that she was in fizzled out, and Blanche started cozying up, getting a little lovey-dovey to another man named Mr. Robert Hutton. He was Hutton, the regional Kroger manager. So she's working her way up the pipe, literally.
Boom, boom, boom.
Robert Hutton, the regional Kroger manager, she files a sexual harassment lawsuit against him and the company. So she's suing Kroger right now.
Big money.
When she says that this whole relationship alienated her from men where she couldn't form further relationships at the time. That whole time she was secretly dating another man named Dwight Moore. She's fucking the whole block.
Bruh, if you work in Kroger, you're getting some top. And I can respect that.
If you worked at Kroger, would you get a little bit from her?
I have heard, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but in research, they said she was a voluptuous woman. In today's terms, she was thick as fuck.
Nice and thick.
Nice and thick.
thick.
Can't say I wouldn't have, Pearl necklace, pretty girl.
She walks up to you. She wants to bag your asparagus. You're going to let her do it.
Shit. Get the apples while you're at it, baby.
Might as well grab the apples at the orchard, son.
The wild part is she won $275,000 in that settlement.
That's enough to buy a trailer park.
That's literally, in today's money, that's $785,000.
That's a lot of money.
Meanwhile, she said 2 perverts set 2 fires in her mobile home It's believed that she did it part of like an insurance fraud scheme. You know what I'm talking about? Just kind of
She
bullshit her
did it,
insurance
but
company.
wanted her
Yeah.
way out of it.
yeah.
Well, do you think two perverts did it, or do you think she did it?
I think that Mrs. Blanche definitely set them fires in her mobile home.
If there were perverts, they'd be peeping toms.
Yeah, they'd be peeking through the windows. While
They'd be
she's
wanting to
showering.
see that voluptuous ass.
Voluptuous ass.
But anyway, Mr. Dwight Moore, he was a divorced pastor. Whew. He was working the Sunday service and flipping that thing with a purpose. Blanche meets him on Easter Sunday. Hell of a day to meet him.
Hell of a day.
And of course, she soon starts asking him to pick up arsenic-based ant killer just casually. Let me say something right quick. If somebody starts telling you, don't worry, that's a poltergeist. If somebody starts telling you to pick up arsenic casually at a fair amount, aren't you gonna think something's up?
I mean, as voluptuous as this woman as they make her to seem,
Very voluptuous.
she just won, what, $200,000, a little over $200,000 in a settlement. Probably not going to question it. Because back in, you're rich. You got fucking $225,000.
Yeah.
You're rich.
And that's the thing is, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird though. Her dad was a pastor, and then she gets
She's
with the
getting
pastor.
with the pastor. But I hate to say this, boys. Before we before we keep going, we have a special guest star, and I gotta piss like a running racehorse. So
Don't piss your pants, brother.
let's bring her on.
Let's bring her on to the cast.
Oh wait. Before we do this, hard crack.
So we have a special guest on the pod here.
Her name's Erin, and she was actually raised up in a super religious family. So, Erin, what was it like being a part of the church growing up?
A lot. I don't go to church anymore, if that answers your question. But because my parents were pastors, so I had to go every Sunday, Sunday night, and Wednesday for youth group.
Wednesday
And
night
I didn't
service.
have a choice. I had to go.
Was it was your dad like a good preacher, or was he like
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
he's still in like a pastor role at his church now. He's just like more like an associate pastor, I guess.
I got you.
Did you meet a lot of people at the church that acted one way inside of the church and then changed when they got outside of church?
Yeah, most people.
Most of them.
Like, luckily, my parents are pretty cool and open-minded. They weren't always that way, but like my dad drinks beer with Cody and stuff.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Good guy.
But
And her mom's a great lady.
a lot of people in the church, yeah, definitely. One of the pastors, or one of the guys at my dad's church who was like in leadership too, my dad caught him having an affair. So yeah, I would definitely say they're very different outside.
That's the thing.
Ain't
boys.
no what is it? What's that? Ain't no hate like Christian love.
You were about to say ain't no love in Oklahoma. I know you
thought
were
you were
because I
gonna
thought
say
it.
ain't no love
No,
in
I was
Florida,
trying to
that's it.
remember that quote because
Yeah,
the
I know what you're
Christians,
saying.
I mean, they'll be the first one
Oh yeah.
to spit out Bible scriptures and say you're going to hell. But I mean, then they're cheating on their wives.
At the end of the day, obviously we all know what each other believe in. That's not a podcast discussion, but
Yeah.
it's more the person you are outside of church than the person you are
Yeah.
inside of church. You know what I mean?
Outside of church, I mean, I think everybody's got issues, and I think in church they always try to present their best selves, but it's just not realistic.
Like their best face, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. They
So-
put on like a Kim
But
K makeup
everybody
to go
has
to church.
problems, and most of it's just they're fake,
Yeah.
So
which is why I don't go anymore.
They put on a Kim K makeup face to go to church, come out of church, and it's a propane tank face.
propane tank.
Yeah,
They-
pretty much.
They got the propane. So what, like,
Hank Hill propane.
do you think that if this lady went to your church, Blanche, right? If she went to your church, do you think that anybody would ever see through her visor? Like, see who she really was, or no? You think
probably
she just play
not?
it?
I feel like she would just play it up. Most people just play it up, but she would probably. I mean, I bet you a lot of people were actually surprised when they found out.
Oh yeah, I guarantee it.
Give us one Vacation Bible School memory. Go.
Oh God. I only went in like grade school, like 3rd grade. All I remember is I wanted to go home. Oh, and there was a petting zoo there. That's all I remember.
That's pretty dope.
I have one. I went to Vacation Bible School when I was like, I think I was like 11 or 12. It was when I first moved back from Kansas. And this kid made fun of me because I was wearing a polo shirt, but my grandmother got it at the thrift shop. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, I would never wear hand-me-down clothes. And I was like, well, you're not wearing it, fuck
Well,
ass.
you're not wearing it, bitch.
I was like, fuck you.
So we used to go to Vacation Bible School like every once in a while, like me and my cousin. But really, it was just an excuse to go wild out. But we went to the beach one time, and my mom was like sick of me and him arguing. And they had like this little thing there, and I swear to God, we were called the Lighthouse Boys. And we sung this song and shit in front of our parents. But they didn't realize the whole rest of the time we were there, we were just throwing water balloons and shit at each other. So it was a pretty great time.
Pretty great.
So if you had to say one more thing about growing up in church heavy, what is the most outstanding lesson you learned from that?
Probably that religion and being like a Christian and religion is completely like religion's honestly man-made, and you can have a relationship with God or Jesus or whoever, and you don't have to get all into the religion of it.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Because church is, religion's man-made. Churches, I feel like you can go without that and still be a Christian if you want to.
Give it up for Aaron. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming on, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed our guest star, a.k.a. Aaron. Hopefully we cut that in there, or I'm just going to sound like a complete fucking idiot. But anyway, just like Cody was talking about, picking up arsenic-based ant killer. Totally normal stuff, right? Babe, can you go get some groceries, some snacks, a 12-pack of Busch Light, and oh yeah, some industrial-grade fucking poison.
A cold case of Busch Light.
She definitely
think she drunk
Milwaukee's
it?
best.
You think it's Milwaukee's best?
Definitely Milwaukee's
She would
best.
definitely suck down a fucking Busch Light, though.
Oh, for sure. I could see her. You see her out on the front porch smoking a Jazz Black and Mild. A Jazz Black
Oh,
and
yeah,
Mild.
I could see her smoking a Black and Mild.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In 1986, Raymond Reed, Riley Reed's dad, her ex-boyfriend gets sick. And when I say sick, I mean real sick. Real sick. He was diagnosed with shingles. Not the things you lay on the roof, okay? Then they thought he had Guillain-Barré syndrome. Go ahead and play it. Guillain-Barré syndrome.
It's an autoimmune disease.
Yeah, so it attacks your body.
Yeah, it's like your body fighting against itself. Like where your red and white blood cells fight.
And then finally he dies. And the doctors just went with that diagnosis, that's what they thought he had. But remember that name, because that misdiagnosis is what almost got Miss Blanche off the hook.
So then in 1989, Blanche finally marries Pastor Dwight. Not long after the honeymoon, though, my boy starts completely shutting down. I'm talking about sick as hell, Cody.
Yeah. He's shutting down, fellas.
He's vomiting, hallucinating and collapsing. And she's over there, like, she's feeding him a fast food. It was a chicken sandwich, but I can't remember if it's from Popeyes or Chick-fil-A. But, but also, they didn't take him to the hospital until 3 days after he started having all these
So they don't even realize what's going on.
Yeah, which is fucking
She's sitting
wild.
here, she's pumping him full of Chick-fil-A. No sauce.
With arsenic on it.
Just plain. Little bit of ingredients on it. Little bit of arsenic on it.
Who gives a damn?
That's what she's giving him. He eventually got moved to UNC Hospital, a.k.a. the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Go Heels.
Woo!
And shout out to the doctors there because they actually ran a toxicology screen. And it turns out he had 20 times the lethal dose of arsenic in his system. 20 times.
20 times.
20 times.
The most that has ever been seen in a living person at that particular hospital. But somehow, this dude fucking just pulls through. He's like, you know what? Fuck arsenic. Not a big deal to me.
Not bothering him.
I mean, partially paralyzed, but alive, which honestly probably saved at least, I'd say, 5 more people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, I mean, the odds of her meeting fucking 20 more guys that fucking kill. Well, I don't know, because they say she was a voluptuous shorty. So,
was
really,
voluptuous.
it could have saved more than just 5 people.
Because a lot of people were going to fall into that booty
Oh,
trap.
yeah. I would have. Shit.
We all would have.
Pearl necklace. Fat old ass.
Pearl necklace, ass reckless. Oh, yeah.
Boy.
Once they had the toxicology result, police got to work. So they got investigating. They got to turning the knobs and finding out what was going on.
Dusting for fingerprints.
Dusting. They looked at Dwight's comments from his hospital bed, what he was saying when he was at the hospital.
Yeah.
Including the fact that Blanche had a thing for guys who mysteriously died from, again, don't kill me for pronouncing this wrong, Guillain-Barré disease, the autoimmune disease. So a lot of people she came in contact with, magically, they thought they had this.
And, of course, they exhumed 3 bodies. Her dad, her husband, James Taylor,
Not the singer.
and Raymond Reed, Riley Reed's father. Guess what? All of them had elevated arsenic levels. Reed and Taylor had fatal amounts.
So they were filled with it.
Now, I'm pretty sure that she was only arrested on 1 murder. But, I mean, they could have got her on at least 2. Maybe not her daddy's, but you know what I mean. They know she did it, but they didn't charge her with it.
Because what's the chances of everybody you coming in contact with, getting this
I know exactly
rare
what you're talking
disease?
about. Yeah.
They also found out that Blanche tried to change Dwight's pension to make herself the main beneficiary while he was laid up sick, about half dead in the hospital.
I'm not going to lie, that's cold. And she even had his hair cut off while he was in the hospital, so investigators couldn't take like a hair sample, like when they drug test you. And, but, you know, they ended up using his fucking pubes instead, so I guess it don't
Can
really
you
matter.
Can you imagine having like a haircut, whatever style, and then you wake up and you got a fucking bowl cut? Who cut my damn shit? You got a Lloyd Christmas going on?
Wake up to somebody pulling a ball hair out of your fucking nuts.
Jesus Christ! In July of 1989, Blanche was finally arrested and charged with first-degree murder in Reed's death. Plus, she got attempted murder for poisoning Dwight. She was also initially charged in her husband's death, but those were dropped after her conviction.
The trial was held in 1990 in Winston-Salem, where Danny Johnson, you know.
DJ, baby.
Danny Johnson native.
Danny
But
Johnson.
Blanche claims she didn't feed Reed anything in the hospital, but 53 fucking witnesses said otherwise.
A lot of witnesses said this bitch pulled up with a goddamn Bojangles sandwich.
You would literally have a better chance of beating a RICO case than having 53
Diddy
witnesses
could beat
against
that. Diddy could beat that.
Diddy could
Has
beat
a better
that before
chance.
her. Oh, for sure.
She was convicted on November 14th, and the jury recommended death. 3 days later, in January 1991, she was officially sentenced to die by the old stick'em, by lethal injection.
Woo, right in the neck, baby.
A good old shot.
But Blanche is still on death row. North Carolina hasn't actually executed anyone since 2006, like we were talking about earlier.
It's a long time.
But technically, she's prisoner 0288088. just chilling at the North Carolina Correctional Institution for Women up in Raleigh.
Send her some fan mail.
Send her some fucking fan mail, man. She needs it. You know, she's went through a lot. She's killed a lot of men, clearly, even if she claims innocence. I don't
She's
give
a voluptuous vixen
voluptuous one.
who's ready to kill you and everybody with you with a little bit of ant poison. Woo! She's in her 90s now. Apparently, she writes poetry. She might doodle a little bit of music, and she claims she's innocent still to this day. Health-wise, she's been through chemotherapy, radiation, but somehow the Black Widow's hanging in her web.
She'll die of natural age.
Because,
you know what I'm saying? Natural causes.
Yeah.
Before she ever.
Because she
gets
had
lethal injection.
breast cancer, and then she even had her breast like reconstructed.
And then she got it again in prison. At she was like 88, 89. I mean, it should have killed her, but it didn't.
In the words of JoJo Siwa, karma's a bitch.
But what do y'all think? You know, Cody, you also. Was she an unlucky widow surrounded by sick men? Or was she the real life Black Widow
I
of the Carolina?
definitely believe she was definitely
She
guilty.
killed them motherfuckers, boy.
I mean,
it's not I think, boy.
Yeah, she definitely
killed them. She
definitely
killed them
did
boys.
because all these people don't just
I even
get,
think she killed her dad. I mean, I know
you?
it's not there, but I would. I mean, dude, if a motherfucker sold me to prostitution,
she's
I'm
got a
sorry.
little bit of revenge in her.
Yeah. Now her dad, I could have understand. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, 'cause that's
fuck
fucked
that.
up.
Fuck that. So, but we do want to hear from y'all. So, hit us up on our socials. You know, we got Instagram. We recently made a TikTok. It's all going to be linked down under this YouTube video. Yeah, fuck it. Email us. We'll give you our goddamn phone number if you're lucky enough.
We'll give you our pager number. Send that shit to MySpace. That motherfucker's rolling down the road.
I want to see your top 10. What is it? Top 10 or top 5? You know what
I
I'm
want to
talking
see all your top friends. And if
Yeah.
I'm not in your top friends, well, we're calling Tom and we're kicking your ass off of there.
about? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But until next time, I want you motherfuckers to stay curious, stay clocked out, and if someone offers you a Bojangles chicken sandwich and they want to give you a little Bible verse, you might want to check them ingredients first. Because just because it's Bojangles and just because they look nice, don't mean that they ain't going to give you the old fly. You know what I mean?
And I'll see you next episode, guys and gals.
See you, motherfuckers. Go fuck yourself.
So this next section, we didn't have enough pod, because I like mine about an hour long when I listen. So we didn't have enough to do that. So this is a segment we just call, fuck it, let's call them, see if they answer. Hello? Hey.
What's that?
Oh, you're on the podcast and you were talking about wanting to die.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're
My
fine.
turn.
Mine. How's TikTok live going for you?
I mean, it's okay, I guess.
Yeah, I seen you and Mandy Lynn on there quite often.
Is she the one that was on there with the African American gentleman that was working out?
No, that was
No.
one of Summer's other sister's friends. Yeah, you missed the guy working out with his pubes
It was
out.
pretty hot.
It was pretty hot. Yeah, we recorded and didn't even get a full 30 minutes out of it, so we're just calling people and getting thoughts on different information going around the world. Do you have anything important you'd like to say to people?
No, you hear about the vape prices going up? $60.
Them motherfuckers about to get banned is what I heard.
She's a vape?
A vape head.
$60 for a vape?
That's some
And
real...
It's going up 170%.
Well, you better start
Holy
smoking
shit.
crack rocks. It's cheaper.
Well, I already shoot meth between my toes.
I believe that.
Oh my god.
I believe that, honestly. So, what interesting has happened to you? Do you want to... Actually, would you like to tell us about Mama?
Mama?
Mayonnaise bitch. I don't know her fucking name.
Why is her name Mayonnaise, bitch?
You'll find out.
Oh, she used to make us rub her feet with mayonnaise, and then
What the fuck?
we would have to scrape it off her feet and then eat it on sandwiches.
You are trolling.
So who was this mama lady to you?
A foster. She was a foster mom.
Yeah.
Is this a real story or is she fucking with me?
This is real.
She would make them scrape mayonnaise?
No,
off
they'd
her-
have to like massage her feet with mayonnaise, then they'd have to take it off, put it back in the jar, and she'd make sandwiches with it.
No shit.
Summer will tell you. That's why Summer never really ate mayonnaise a lot before.
What
She'll eat
the
it in food, but not
fuck?
on food. Like if something's cooked with it, she'll eat it, but she won't eat it
I'll
on
cook
it.
up some mayonnaise.
Oh my god.
Do you honestly miss the feet taste in the mayonnaise, or?
I miss the skin flakes, honestly.
That's some shit.
Somebody else's DNA, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I bet that was nice, you know.
Yeah, it was pretty damn delicious, if you ask me.
Was that down here or?
That was in Virginia, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in Virginia.
What did she ever do? Didn't she? Am I tweaking, or did they throw beer bottles at you?
Yeah, they'd throw beer bottles at us. They shoved cigarette butts down my throat.
What?
Didn't they like lock you? Because you were like little. Didn't they lock you in a room like away from Summer, just so you'd like
Yeah.
pretty much scream yourself to sleep?
Yeah. Our doors were bolted on the outside.
That is
Damn.
fucking crazy.
That is.
One
crazy.
We need to interview you in Summer.
Yeah, one time, we were swimming and I shit in the pool. And she threw the turds at me and then hosed me down with a water hose.
Damn.
Why did you shit in the pool?
I was scared.
Yeah, I probably would have threw them at you too. I'm not gonna lie. Was it an above ground pool?
No, it was an underground pool.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So in your new life though, you've adventured out. You live in a different town now. How's that treating you?
It's honestly pretty ghetto here, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm still wiping ass, so, you know.
Are you in a new nursing home now, or do you still work at the Meadows?
No, I'm in a new nursing home. Fuck the Meadows.
Fuck the Meadows, the woman says. So where you're working, how was that?
It's alright. I mean, it's just a different asses to wipe, honestly.
New place, different ass.
New place, different ass, different old
New
people.
place, different ass.
Do you enjoy working in a nursing home more than you enjoyed like doing that assistant living thing?
Well, it is assisted living.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen working at like a nursing home?
Tell about the lady fell off the bed when they was having sex issue.
Well, I've had to pick a lady up butt naked off the floor because her and her man were fucking whatever. I've watched people abuse residents, like dragging them across the floor butt naked and shit.
That's terrible.
That's
I've been
god-awful.
smacked with a diaper full of fucking ketchup.
A diaper full of ketchup.
That is
One time,
fucking
this lady,
insane.
she was having she has Parkinson's, and she wasn't on her medication anymore. And when I tell you, this girl like laid herself on the ground, she was butt naked, and I told her, I was like, "Girl, you need to get up. Like, this is embarrassing." And she was like, shit happens. I said, yeah, I guess shit happens. But I tell you, this bitch shot shit out of her fucking ass and sprayed it everywhere. That was insane.
She was like, I'm gonna show you shit happens.
No, for real.
What was that place you used to work at where like you drove people around and made them breakfast, and that super Christian lady told you that you were going to hell because you weren't married when you had Emery?
Oh, I worked at, I did home health care.
Yeah.
Yeah, home health care sucks.
Didn't she tell you your food tasted like shit?
Yeah, but it was literally a fucking microwave meal. And she told me I didn't season the meatloaf.
Oh my God.
Bitch, you don't season it enough. Put some S&P on that hoe.
I was like, girl, it is a microwavable meal.
You watched how many people there? Or, well, not watched, but you know what I mean. You worked with, 4 people? I don't remember how many people you worked with. I only remember 2. I only remember that lady and the old man that passed away.
Yeah, I worked with 4 people in total.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I had to quit doing that shit after Dawn died.
Why?
because I found him dead.
That's terrible. What was that like?
Traumatic as shit. Like, walking over a man that's been decomposed for 2 days was wild.
Yeah. Didn't you have to, like, go to the neighbor and, like, get help to, like, flip him over and check for a pulse?
Yeah, because I called 911 and they were like, well, you need to flip him. And, I mean, he'd been dead, so he was stiff, but, like, he was already a big man. And they were like, well, you need to go get some help to flip him, because I'm literally telling them, like, I cannot flip this man. And they're like, well, you need to do, like, CPR and shit.
They wanted you to flip him like a pancake.
No, deadass. And then I had to go over to the neighbor, and she had thought he had, like, fallen and passed out. So she had helped me flip him. And when I tell you, this man was so stiff, oh, it was sick.
So,
That sucks.
Yeah, it was sad. The maintenance man threw up because I told him not to go in there because somebody died and he didn't believe me.
Now, I remember the lady that said that you were going to hell, and she might have said that Emery was going to hell because you and, your whatever.
Well, okay, that lady was she was something else. She literally told me to go in a river and drown and that I was going to go to hell. And then she told me to go fuck myself. She has thrown shit at me. She has shit on me. Like, that woman was crazy. She's still alive. Like,
how old is she?
she's in her 90s.
God damn!
Yeah.
She's kicking like Blanche Moore.
I was gonna say they're built different back then.
You know what they say, the good die young.
that
For
bitch,
real.
that bitch is living.
I can't believe it.
No, that shit is crazy as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, doing anything in healthcare is wild.
No, my grandmother worked at the Meadows, the same place you worked.
Where's that at the Meadows? Like,
Rockville.
roughly. Oh, it's in Rockville?
It's in Rockville.
The Meadows sucks.
Right off of 152. Yeah, my grandmother worked there forever. They made her quit because she just got diagnosed with lung cancer a couple months ago, and she started falling and whatnot, so they made her quit. But she worked in the laundry there. But when I was a kid, I spent a lot of time up there, so I know some of them people.
Who was the lady?
My grandmother?
Yeah.
Her name. It's my mom's mom. It's not Glenda.
Oh, I didn't know her.
Yeah, no, she had already. They made her quit, I think, before you started.
The Meadows sucks. Like, they let a whole bunch of people in there who abuse the residents and stuff. Like, that place is terrible.
Yeah, no, my grandmother told me a story about, like, this girl. They let her out or something. I can't remember how it worked. But anyway, she ended up getting up, like, standing up. And she wasn't supposed to, like, get out of her chair. And she fell, and, like, pretty much the whole left side of her body, like, she skinned her shit, like when you fall off a skateboard. And they were sitting there, like, instead of using peroxide and, like, Neosporin, they poured alcohol all over the side of her body, pretty much just to hear her scream. And, I mean, it's fucked up, but,
That's fucking awful.
No, it's terrible. Them people
Yeah,
are
no,
cocksuckers.
like, right before I started there, like, the third shift people, they weren't doing their rounds. And nobody ever there on third shift did the rounds. All they did was sleep. But some lady had, like, fallen and hit her head, and she bled out, and she was dead.
Damn.
And nobody knew until the morning shift came in.
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah,
My grandmother always showed me pictures on a phone, and obviously, it was like on a digital camera, but she'd like download them on a computer because she's old, obviously.
Yeah.
But it would be like two angels on the moon, and I'm not being funny. Like, she actually showed me these pictures, but it was like two like figures like on the moon, and every night that she would take those pictures, like if there was like figures on the moon, two people in the nursing home would die. Like, and it would always be like a couple. It was always strange, but I mean,
So are there
it could have been a coincidence.
Are there a lot of couples in the nursing homes?
I mean, there's a lot of people who just be having sex, honestly.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of fucking going on in the nursing home.
Yeah, and you can't do anything about it.
What does the room smell like?
A lot of the rooms smell like straight fucking pneumonia and piss.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. That's what mine and Mandy Lynn's room smells like.
But Yeah, a lot of their rooms smell like urine and fucking dick cheese.
So what is it like being sisters with famous OnlyFans star Mandy Lane?
Mandy Lynn, who is that?
We'll have to cut this out. It's dumbass. That's her fucking OnlyFans.
Oh.
That's her OnlyFans name.
Well, I mean, I guess it's pretty cool. I mean, I checked out her OnlyFans once. Or just a life.
Do you think she's a C-U-N-T? Obviously, I would never call a woman that.
C-U-N-T?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say she's a C-U-N-T, but she's a bitch. I love her, though.
Yeah, type shit. I feel
She
that.
serves bitch, you know? She slays when she does it.
Period. Or whatever.
Whatever. I mean, yeah.
Any
She's cool,
any
though.
new recent drama in your life?
Is there any new recent drama in our lives?
Other than you promise you're gonna suck me and I'm waiting.
What is that?
That's well,
I don't know, but I think I heard what he said.
I don't know what he said.
oh my gosh.
What did he say, Izzy?
He said because I promised I'd suck him.
Now get off the phone. Hurry up, Steven. You're holding me up.
Hey, Mike, is there any new drama
On a
in your
podcast.
life? You're on a podcast, by the way. Talking
Oh,
about
okay.
sucking dick on a podcast is insane.
Well, you could start sucking too.
Motherfucker,
When
come
you
down
run
here.
When you run that mouth, you must get some good
Hey,
rock.
we're down here in Salisbury. You can come get sucked up right now. We'll double team
Really?
you.
For real? I'll
Do
be
you
back
mind-
in an hour, done.
Do you mind if after we're done we DP you?
Wait, what's that? Wait, what?
Just look up DP real quick and get back with
No,
us.
no, we're not gaping neither. No.
How's
Wait,
life?
We gotta wrap this up because I got a wiener that needs to be sucked.
All right, we'll make another call. You know what, Izzy? Thank you for your time.
God bless you guys.
God bless y'all. Have a good night. He said I'm trying to get sucked up.
He sounded excited for the DP though, just a little bit. Call Danny.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, nothing. What's up?
How's your day been?
So yours must have been shitty.
Why was mine shitty?
Oh, I don't know. How's your day been?
Shitty?
What happened?
Nothing. Went to work. Came home. Masturbated twice.
Huh?
I jacked off twice when I got home.
You're crazy.
Is Danny there?
Yep.
Let me talk to him.
Uh-oh. Susan wants to talk to you.
Should I tell him to wreck
You
the
on
Ford?
speaker.
What's up, Junior?
What's up, Danny?
What's up?
Danny, what are you doing?
What's up, Joe Dirt?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
I miss you already.
doing those things?
I miss you already.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Danny, how's your day been today?
Pretty good. Well,
You eat any pussy or jack off or anything crazy or?
no. Did you suck some peckers today?
Don't. This isn't a conversation about me. This is a conversation about you.
Oh, y'all must be doing those things.
Oh, well, we got done doing our thing, and then we decided to call you because what else are we gonna do?
Well, yeah, well, y'all been doing those things. I couldn't imagine what y'all been up to.
The night's still young, you know.
What is that?
So how'd your broadcast go?
It went pretty good. You want to listen?
That's good.
We're guest starring. We're actually guest starring on Chris and Chris.
I'll believe that when I hear it.
Well, you'll hear it tomorrow morning. We'll be on Chris and Chris.
Uh-huh.
I'm serious.
What time?
8 o'clock.
Well, I'll be at work at 8 o'clock.
You better cut your fucking radio on then, boy.
I don't got a radio at work.
Well, I'll have to buy you one so you can listen tomorrow.
Well, Cody needs to bring your damn speakers.
I'll bring it, bud.
He'll bring his whole fucking computer.
I'll bring the whole goddamn setup. And
Hey, you don't want to test him, he'll show up with the computers and both the speakers.
Oh, I wouldn't put nothing past y'all.
He'll set it right on top of your fucking toolbox is what he said.
Oh, man.
Danny, what's it like being old?
Sucks.
Sucks.
What's it like being young?
Sucks.
It sucks.
Fuck yeah, I got another 60 years I gotta work.
Hey, I'd rather be young than old. Fuck yeah. Because if you're old, everything starts to fall apart and you start hurting all the time.
Hell yeah, what's Jeremy doing?
Jerry's being Jeremy.
Oh
Danny
yeah.
said his pecker shrinks.
Your dick shrinking, Danny?
Huh?
Is your dick shrinking?
Well, yeah.
Danny's just
Hell,
being
I'm even
humble.
Shrinking. I'm even shrinking.
You're shrinking?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, instead of getting... Well, right now, when they went check my height at the doctor's office, I was at 5'10".
Damn. You ever think they just miscounted?
No, she marries... what do you mean miscounted?
Are they really telling you you're shrinking?
You do shrink.
No.
Your dick
'Cause
shrinks too?
I've been 6 foot all my life.
Shit, if my dick shrinks too much, I ain't gonna have much left.
Dang. That's part getting old. My daddy, he shrunk.
Damn.
You do your body because they say it's because your bones get
Brittle.
weaker.
Yeah.
Have you ever been so drunk you wake up with the liquor shits?
With the liquor shit.
Yeah.
What the hell? What's that?
The liquor
Junior,
shits.
you come up with some wild shit.
When you're hungover, but you just shit it out instead of hurting all day.
No, I don't shit it out. I puke it out sometimes.
Hey, amen, brother.
What's Tyler and Rachel been up to?
I don't sit here and talk to them. I do. The only time I see them when they come over, they want something.
What's the last thing they wanted?
What was the last thing they came over here for?
Baking soda.
Baking soda.
Them motherfuckers coming over asking for baking soda like y'all are neighbors.
When they want something. What up, Cody?
What's up, Jeremy?
I don't know. I think I'll drink some beer with you one day.
Well, come on.
When?
Whenever.
Not today.
Well, not today, but I'm
Go
saying
with Jeremy.
whenever.
Hey, we don't Friday go off work. I can drink beer Friday with
What'd you say?
Friday when you get
I'll
off.
come drink some beer Friday with you. You can pick me up.
All right.
Gotta come pick me up.
You gotta come pick me up.
I was gonna say.
If I get too fucked up, crash your house.
What'd you say?
I said I'll come through. Just like I was looking.
He said, I might get too fucked up. Might have to crash at your house.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, he said he gets too fucked up. He'd have to stay with you.
He's gonna crash. Sorry, I could barely hear when he said it.
Hey, Glenda, you know if you shrink anymore, I think you'll legally be a midget.
I know I might be able to get disability.
Fuck it, that's what we're all shooting for.
Get disability.
I heard Danny already gets disability for having BDS.
What's that?
Big dick syndrome.
Y'all, I tell you what, y'all need to quit listening to midget.
That syndrome left him a long time ago. He's in the small dick club now.
The small dick club.
I heard he's got a knee slapper
I'm
still.
gonna get shirts made that say the small dick club.
I put it to you like this. I'm in the bandage category.
The what?
You in the what?
The what?
Vanish?
The vanish?
Vanish. He said it vanish.
You know, I really did hear I heard from a nurse the other day, and I don't know how true this is, but she said she went to put a catheter in an old man, and his dick was like sucked up like a turtle head, and she had to push down on his stomach to get it in, like to get his dick to come out.
What'd she do? Sit on him?
I guess I don't know what the fuck she did. Shit, she might have reached in there and fucking grabbed it and pulled it out.
She might have grabbed her a whole handful.
Hey, now you got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Steve, get something to do it. There you go.
Enjoy it while you can. You're still young.
Go get the pussy.
Yeah, me and Cody are enjoying our penises right now together.
Only Steven.
They got a tape measure.
Hey, did you hear about how Tyler and Rachel were making cucumber soap?
Are they really?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's this long.
Cucumber soap.
What the hell's that?
What is that?
It's like, I don't know, apparently Rachel's getting all into this organic shit, and she just wants to eat healthy and like do healthy shit, so they're making their own cucumber soap, and they're using water from that little like pond behind their house.
Oh,
I never heard of it.
That's plumb nasty.
that water's terrible.
That's gross.
You think they're gonna get malaria?
Hell, they liable to catch something.
They're gonna get cholera. They're gonna
It
get
might have
typhoid.
that,
Get syphilis?
it might have parasites in it or something.
It might.
That's how you get scabies. No, but she was talking about growing a garden, and
Water.
they've been going to the flea market apparently, because I heard Tyler's got a pretty decent job now, and they've been going to the flea market.
Ain't Tyler been buying a lot of stuff from the flea market?
Yes. Like, he's been buying, like, all sorts of shit, like signed footballs and jerseys. But they've been also going to the farmer's market is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
And they've been buying, like, all the organic, like, fruit and vegetables and shit. And they're making cucumber soap and apparently, like, some kind of apple body paste that you, like, put on your
It smells
face.
like
and,
apple fritter, don't it?
yeah, and you put it on your face and it's like a dry mask. And you peel it off to, like, help with your skin or whatever.
Is Tyler looking even younger?
He's looking the same.
No, he's not looking younger. He still looks like he's gay.
I just think that's crazy. Who the fuck would go out of their way to make cucumber
I
soap?
don't know how they can afford that stuff.
I don't
They
either.
can afford to do that.
Me neither.
What kind of brainwash club they going to?
I heard they I heard that they're just, I don't know.
Herbalist.
I think they watch too much fucking TikTok, if you ask me.
Ain't Tyler growing some kind of mushrooms in his backyard that he's making bath water out of or something?
It's some kind of soap or something with the mushrooms he makes. I don't fucking know.
How does he learn how to grow those
You
things?
can't make mushrooms. You have to grow it.
Well,
No,
he's
he
growing
grows
them.
it, but he uses them to make soap. It's like some kind of, I don't know. He told me he's seen it on the internet. I'm assuming he gets all this shit on TikTok.
Or Pinterest.
That's crazy shit.
I thought my kids was weird.
Damn weird.
Could you imagine somebody bringing you a bar of soap and it's just green from cucumbers?
No.
I believe I'd have to give it back.
Me
Especially,
too.
I mean, everything they're making, like all the wet ingredients comes from that fucking pond out back, so you know it's not healthy.
It can't be. That pond's got to have algae and
All kind bacteria, all kind of shit in there.
What's that stuff they're using as toothpaste now instead of real toothpaste? You told me about?
It's something, they dig in the dirt so many feet or something. I can't remember. It's by the pond, though. I know they said they had to be by the pond and dig like a certain amount of inches or feet or some shit. And then like the ground gets soft or something, and it's almost, it looks like mud, but apparently to the normal eye that's actually like cleansing mouthwash or something.
How does his breath smell?
Like shit.
are you making this shit up?
No, I'm being fucking serious. You can call him and ask him.
Oh my God, they've lost their mind.
I know. Dude, but they said they had to be like, I think it was within like 2 foot of the water of the pond or something, or the ground gets too hard. I think they're brushing their teeth with fucking mud.
They might be. Didn't Tyler OD on Zen? Didn't he do too much Zen, Steven?
Yeah, he did tell me that. But instead of like, it's not like drugs, it's just nicotine. But he put too much nicotine in, and he said he was at work and he shit his fucking pants.
Oh, the new job.
Yes.
Yeah.
He shit his pants at his new job from doing too many Zens.
If that will work.
Oh my God.
The nicotine pouches I've been doing to quit vaping.
Yeah.
Tell Glenda about the lady we just did the pod on.
Oh yeah, this Blanche Taylor Moore. You might know her, or not know her personally, but she got arrested in like the 90s. But she killed a guy. Well, she killed 3 people. Tried to kill another one from arsenic poisoning, and she was born in Concord, but like grew up in Alamance County. Her name's Blanche Taylor Moore. I don't know if you know who she is.
She was feeding one of her boyfriends
A chicken
sandwich at the hospital, and she had arsenic on it.
What's up, cousin?
Did you hear about that? Did you hear about that dad who killed his three little girls?
Is that the one? Is that the guy that put him in the oil drum?
Well, they found him with what he had their hands zip tied behind their back and had a plastic bag over their head.
Where was this at?
Where was that?
I don't know where it happened. It's been all over the news.
No, I don't watch the news. Shit's too sad.
And he was supposed to have the kids for 3 hours, and he never brought them back. And
He found bloody handprints on the back of the truck.
yeah, and they found him down a ravine. He threw them down in a hill or something.
That's crazy.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, people are crazy.
I think you should quit smoking and start zenning.
Start what?
Doing zens.
What you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, see, versus Indiana has sort of reinvigorated.
What do
this
you think?
conversation. What makes a young superstar?
We'll think about
That's a good one.
Danny, what's the forecast for tomorrow?
Okay?
Yeah, what's the forecast?
Whatever you see in the sky.
Danny, I know your old ass has been watching the Weather Channel all fucking night.
No, I sleep all night. Try to anyway.
Yeah, it's supposed to be no rain,
No rain.
but Saturday.
Well, they're calling maybe 30% chance, but we won't get none. Ours is going to be, well, I think, Saturday.
This gonna rain Saturday.
Saturday evening.
Danny, you know in the mornings when you wake up and you piss, and it feels like you piss longer than you're supposed to, but it's like super relieving? You know what I'm talking about?
Me personally, it's just been.
Yeah.
My piss is short.
It's short.
He said, my piss is short.
It dribbles down the legs.
Danny, how much money is it going to take for us to get you on the broadcast?
You couldn't afford me.
We probably could. You look like a cheap whore. So how much is it going to take?
A cookout tray and a pack of Marlboro Reds. Let's call it even.
Okay, do y'all want him on your broadcast?
We've been trying to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
You fucking talk into a microphone. There's not much else to do.
He said he'll do it
Why you putting words in my mouth?
because I have to speak to you sometime.
Last time, me and Steven tried to get him to do something, he said, I don't trust y'all with it. You'll make me sound...
Danny, we don't have to make you sound. Okay, you already sound kind of feminine.
Danny's got a point there, y'all. Y'all really good. Y'all gonna do something to make him sound.
No, we wouldn't do that.
Not to Danny.
Not to the damn man.
Steven would.
I don't edit this shit. Cody does.
I told him that. I said, I'm not going to let him make you sound. I said, Steven, don't even do that part of it. He said, I don't trust y'all. He said, I don't think you do it, but I know Junior. He'll make me sound. He ain't going to make you sound. I said, I'm the one that edits it.
Danny, I think you should get your bitch ass on here every Thursday. Come do your podcast. I'll even pick you up from work.
You ought to do it one time.
I'll pick you up from work in my used car, in my used Ford.
Do
Jeremy's
it.
Jeremy, do it. Fucking do it.
What up, Cody?
What's up?
Danny, you're going to miss out.
I promise on my life, we will not make you sound gay or say something
We're not going to alter.
that you didn't say.
We're not going to alter your voice, and since you don't have a smartphone, we'll fucking print out a sheet so you can read off of it. We'll interview you.
Hey, Cody.
Yeah.
Come pick me up 3 o'clock. We got work. 3 o'clock.
Danny, do you know who Pazuzu Aldred is?
Probably not.
Wouldn't that be something to have Danny on a podcast? Because Danny's from
Winston-Salem.
Winston.
Yeah, we have to find... Like, Pazuzu Aldred is the only person that comes to mind when you think of Winston-Salem.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
Danny, we're going to have to get you on. Don't be a bitch.
I'll come with you and watch.
We have begged Danny more than anybody to be on our podcast. We have not asked anybody else to be on it but Danny.
We can get Glenda to come on here.
Glenda can come on too.
We talked about a preacher today, Danny. Your input would have been valid, but you're a fucking pussy.
Damn, Steven. Damn, Steven was fun.
Hell, I'll even supply hot dogs.
Oh, hell yeah. We ought to do it.
Danny,
We
didn't...
have to do it on a Thursday, though?
Yeah, it's every Thursday.
Well, we could do it on a Friday.
Yeah, we could do it on a Friday or a Saturday or something.
It'd be easier for us old people.
Yeah, we could do it on a Friday or a Saturday.
Danny, didn't you say your dad used to do exorcisms?
He participated in one.
Didn't you say something about like sparks or some shit?
Yeah, when he stuck the Bible up to the guy's head, sparks got from his head to the
Yeah, he
Bible.
told me that story before.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, you remember? I was telling Danny at
We
work.
might have to exorcism that monster cock in your pants, is what I heard.
I was telling Danny at work that you remember when me and you were gonna do an episode on the Rockwell witches.
Yeah.
And then I asked
We couldn't find it.
and Danny said, "Well, I don't know nothing about it." He said, "I just heard about it."
Gay shit. That was not gay shit. That is not gay.
That's not gay.
That's really saying you got a big ass dick.
He does.
Oh, Steven, that was funny.
We're gonna exercise this.
Monster cock.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. That gay shit. I'm like, I'm gay.
We're gonna have to get Danny on the podcast.
Steven, what are you doing for Pride Month?
For prom night. Yeah.
Take him to go catch an Intimidators game.
I'm gonna catch a ball at the Intimidators game for Pride Month.
I'm gonna do it for him.
I got a foul ball, dude.
Oh, y'all a mess. Danny had to go outside and smoke one.
Oh, damn.
I can't believe that fucking Tyler shit his pants after zenning too much.
He has an addiction.
He really does. It's sad.
What do you do? What kind of addiction?
A nicotine addiction.
Oh.
It's disgusting seeing people like that. Will you try his cucumber soap if he brings it to you?
Hell no.
Made with pond water?
They say it smells kind of good.
Kinda is the key word.
I am not,
He wraps it up in, like, tinfoil, don't he? Ain't that what you said, Stephen?
He's outside smoking.
I think a tinfoil wrapped bar of soap would be fire.
That is just crazy shit right there, man.
I think
I think the fucking toothpaste is way worse than that. That is god awful.
I gotta agree with that.
If you dig in the dirt for 6 inches or a foot or whatever and find dirt in the ground and use it as toothpaste, you're gonna have a fucking worm sticking out of your mouth.
That's just weird.
That is weird. Almost as weird as arsenic poison.
Oh shit.
Almost as weird as Danny's fat cock.
You are crazy. I'm with Danny. Y'all listening to Kenny too much.
Did you hear that about the meth lab explosion? Like that happened. It wasn't at Tamarack, but that RV park behind Tamarack.
No way.
Yeah, you remember Carolyn that worked at where Kenny worked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, her neighbor had a meth lab in the back of his camper, and it fucking exploded.
Yeah. Down there in Tamarack?
Yes, right behind Tamarack, where that big RV park is.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
There wasn't nobody about it.
It just happened today. It probably won't be on the news yet.
What's up, Steve?
What's up, Jeremy?
What's Cody doing?
He's taking a piss, I think. That man's had about fucking... I don't know how many fucking Miller lattes he's had, but enough to make him piss, I guess. You know, she didn't know about that. You remember Carolyn where she moved on that right behind Tamarack?
Yeah.
She didn't hear about that meth lab explosion from her neighbor, that
Yeah.
RV, the camper or whatever.
Yeah.
She didn't know about that.
They thought that the microwave blew up from ravioli, but come to find out, it was like a fucking meth explosion. Hey, get Danny to say this is a
They thought the microwave.
Hey, Danny, can you do me a big favor? Danny, can you say that this is a clocked out conversation? Hell yeah. By the way, we were fucking with y'all. Tyler is not making a fucking cucumber soap and all this other shit. We just needed... Our fucking script wasn't long enough to get an hour worth of recording out of, so we just started calling people.
Hey, but
There was no meth lab explosion.
at the same time, though, we did call, who did we call?
Yeah, we called Summer Sister. We called Izzy.
And the thought of you watching me gets me so wet.